Time to talk once again about Quincy Community Action Program's energy assistance programs as we're into the cooler months now. Eventually, it will get even colder, I'm sure. Lauren Rexford is here from QCAP to talk to us about it once again this year. Great to see you, Lauren. Thanks for coming over.
Oh, no problem. It's good to be here. Thank you for the invitation.
It's an important program. We love to let folks know about it every year.
Yes, it certainly
Just
is.
recently, we've had to put the heat on, but it's been a pretty mild fall so far.
Yeah, we've been lucky so far, but these nights have been very cold.
Yes.
A
little startling.
I'm sure heating systems are being turned on in the morning just to get that chill out of the air.
Absolutely, yeah.
But I'm excited to be here this year. There's a couple new changes that have happened. But first, I'd like to talk about what the qualification is for the program. So this program is a federally funded program. It does require certain documentation for individuals to submit in order to be determined eligible.
Yes.
But our seasons run November 1st, 2024 through April 30th, 2025.
Okay. You can apply anytime during that time?
Yes, you can apply anytime during that time period. And what happens is, as an example, if someone applies in January, we will go back retroactive to November 1st and assist with as many payments as possible up to their benefit amount to pay towards their heating costs.
Okay.
So the Home Energy Assistance Program, it is it's one application for multiple programs that they could become qualified for. Which is great, because having to apply for multiple programs within the same location can be a little, daunting and time-consuming, overwhelming, and that's the last thing that we want to do. So for a household of four, just as an example, the annual gross income for that household size needs to be less than $94,608 a year.
Okay.
Which is, in each year, the benefit amounts go up higher. So I do encourage folks to apply. I don't want folks to feel like they need to use space heaters.
Yes.
Or use their oven to heat up the home. Always call us. We still receive phone calls from folks that say, I didn't think this program was for me. It's for anyone that meets that income criteria, and if they don't meet that income criteria, we have the resources that we can refer them out to get assistance with their heating costs.
Okay, all right. And there's no cost to apply, right?
No cost to apply. There's no need to repay for services that they receive.
Right.
This program is federally funded, and this year we received a federal grant so far for $2.4 million.
Okay.
During the season, that amount usually goes up. Of course, once we know that benefit amount is going up, we notify the community.
Certainly, yeah. How does that compare to like last year? Do you know, Lauren?
Last year we received a federal grant of $2.6 million.
Okay, so it's a little less.
Little less, but we do expect that amount to go up.
Okay.
So there's multiple ways to apply this year. This year I'm happy to announce this is the second season in a row that folks can apply for the first time online. And also, if you applied last season, you can also reapply this season online. And that will bring you right to the application portal, and you'll go through a series of questions. And then that would be followed up by a phone interview or an in-person office interview.
Gotcha.
Just to complete the whole process.
Okay. So convenient, though, to be able to apply online. That's the way the world is going now.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. And the other thing about the portal, too, is if you come in person, you meet with us, and we determine additional documentation is needed, you can go right onto that portal and upload your documents that way.
Okay.
And then your documents will be matched up to your application. Usually it takes about 4 to 6 weeks to review the application, especially during our peak season, which is November through February. But we do our best to try and process those applications prior to the 4-week time frame.
Yeah. And like you said, if it is approved, it's retroactive.
Exactly.
So you really don't lose anything. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
And to go back to the other incentives with the one application, for households that are approved eligible, it's a gateway to other energy saving services, which is our heating system repair and replacement program. We also have a weatherization program to help put insulation in attic and walls, weather stripping in basements. And this year, the other exciting news is the utility companies are now going to offer a tiered discount rate based on individuals' benefit amount.
Okay.
So they're going to base it on their income.
Yes.
So the tier rate is anywhere from 25% up to 36%, depending on your utility source.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Which is great. It's just another added energy savings measure,
Yeah.
which is very helpful, especially with the cost of gas and electricity right now.
There was an announcement not too long ago, particularly about natural gas rates going up.
Yes.
From both National Grid and Eversource, anywhere from 20 to 35% increase.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, which is
so these programs are very, very necessary.
Yes.
For a lot of people. Yeah.
absolutely they will help. And if you know someone that needs help,
Right.
and
Good point.
really just point them in our direction.
Yeah.
We can screen them. We will help them get the process going through us, or if it's another community agency, we can certainly refer them to the other resources.
Sure. And that in your catchment area, right?
In our catchment
Right.
area, which is Quincy, Weymouth, Braintree, and Milton.
Okay.
I know with the Quincy Community Action, sometimes folks just think it's for Quincy, but we have 4 catchment areas,
Gotcha.
which is great.
Yep, absolutely.
So just a little bit about last year. Last year, we assisted over 700 individuals with heating savings. And part of that 7,000 individuals.
I was going to say, it has to be more
Yeah,
than
no,
that.
no.
Yeah, okay.
7,000 individuals received services through our program.
That's amazing. Yeah.
Out of that, another 700, almost 800 individuals received help with their heating system repairs or replacements, which is great. It's a huge savings.
For sure. Yeah.
And it's so crucial to help these families stay warm during the winter months.
Yep.
We have been fortunate; it has been mild, but on those days where it's frigid temperatures,
We've had those too. Yeah.
we have had
Yeah.
those. I mean, no snow,
Right.
but those frigid temperatures they do sneak up on us,
yeah.
and it's crucial to make sure that we have our families staying warm
Yeah.
during the winter months.
Not only that, you can have damage to your plumbing, when temperatures get that cold as well.
Exactly.
Broken pipes and things like that.
Right.
If you have babies or children or pets even, it's just
Right.
not a healthy situation, yeah.
Right. We want to help our families avoid any type of unnecessary or unexpected issues that might come up with plumbing
Right.
or anything related to their heating.
Absolutely, yeah. It's a critical service for sure. Yeah.
It really is. So a few required documents that folks will need in order to apply. These are the basics. We would always need 30 days of their most recent income documentation
Okay.
for any household members over the age of 18.
So paycheck stub would work? Or?
Paycheck stub,
Okay.
or if there's individuals with fixed income such as Social Security,
Yep.
pensions, IRAs, they would just have to send us a copy of their current award letter.
Okay.
Verification of their heating source, housing costs, and also proof of citizenship or qualified alien status.
Oh, okay. All right. So a birth certificate or
Birth certificates, and anything like that. Social
License.
Security card,
Okay.
license. Unfortunately, we can't
No,
use to prove
okay.
citizenship.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And there's other multiple documentations that we'd be more than happy to go over with anyone that has questions about that.
Okay.
They can contact us and we can go over that list because there's a variety of lists to prove
Oh, I see.
citizenship and
Okay.
qualified.
All right. I know the website is a great first resource.
Yes,
there's a
the
whole
the
list.
website absolutely. Folks can go to www.qcap.org
Yes.
for additional information on the programs, how to apply, what the next steps are, particular forms that they may need to complete their application.
Yeah.
And also, it's a great resource to all the other programs that QCAP has to offer to the community.
Yeah, housing assistance, there's food assistance, or employment assistance, financial assistance.
Yes,
a variety of programs,
there's a
yeah.
variety, and they're all wonderful programs.
yeah.
We also have our tax program
Oh, right.
coming up.
That'll be coming
fairly,
up.
Yeah, fairly soon.
Yes, yeah.
So it's a wonderful program, and again, I want to discourage folks from using space heaters.
Oh,
They
gosh,
should
yeah.
always follow the manufacturer's rules and regulations. If they find themselves at that point where they need to use a space heater or use that oven, please contact us immediately.
That's an emergency right there.
That's an emergency,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
Yes, definitely. And there's always help.
Mm-hmm.
There's always help somewhere, whether it's beyond QCAP services. There's always help.
Yeah. And are there some kind of laws, also state laws, with preventing shutoffs during certain times of the year?
Yes,
Yes.
thank you for bringing that
Sure.
up. Yeah, so based on Massachusetts law, between November 15th and March 15th, the utility companies cannot shut off their utility services, whether it's gas heat or electric to trigger their heating
Yes,
system.
yeah.
They cannot be shut off during that time
Okay.
frame. In most cases, if they're already on the discount rate, that moratorium runs from November 15th through April 1st.
Oh, very good. Okay.
And I do strongly encourage folks to make some type of payment on their utility bills
Yep.
because our benefits aren't always large enough to provide financial support throughout the entire season.
No, I understand. Yeah.
But definitely, it's no matter how small the payment is, it's just a good faith payment to put towards your utility bills.
Certainly, yeah. No, the cost doesn't go away.
No,
that
it
stays,
doesn't.
unfortunately, but you'll get to keep your heat on during the cold months.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Exactly.
Is this for renters as well as owners?
Yep, renters,
Okay.
owners, some cases heat included in rent.
Oh.
Can be eligible. There's certain criteria that folks need to meet when they fall in the heat included in rent.
Okay.
But anyone can apply. Even if we discuss the benefit amount, discuss the income eligibility amount, if they feel they might be over, they should still call our office, and we can discuss that with them.
Okay.
Because trying to calculate the individual income per household
Mm-hmm.
can be a little confusing based
Certainly.
on what we use.
Okay.
And we are required to go base the income eligibility on annual gross income.
AGI. Is the
AGI, yes.
acronym, yes. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
By AGI, so before any taxes are taken,
Right.
or a fixed income before any Medicare expenses are taken out.
Okay, so they may qualify.
They may
It's a pretty
qualify,
generous.
yes.
It's a pretty generous threshold. Family of four.
Yes, $94,608.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay, so a lot of people will qualify that might not think they would.
exactly,
You know.
exactly.
And the payment goes right to the utility rates.
Yes, if
Yeah.
the payments, whether you have oil heat or utility heat, the payment will go directly to the heating vendor.
The energy
Yes,
provider, as it were.
the energy provider.
okay.
Yes, absolutely.
And is it just a one-time benefit, Lauren, or is it recurring?
Well, that's a depends question.
Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah.
Usually, so we'll pay the benefit out based on that monthly usage.
Yeah.
So, as an example, let's say someone receives a $600 benefit,
Okay.
but their first oil delivery they got might only be $300.
Okay. Yep.
That right now would be for 100 gallons of oil would be
Yes.
$300. So that remaining 300 could go towards their next delivery.
Oh, all right. Okay.
So once that amount is exhausted, then we would have to refer them out to other resources
Gotcha. Okay.
to help them through the remaining winter months.
Okay.
The same applies to the utilities as well. If you heat by utility, gas or electric, the utility companies will send us a monthly printout of that individual's usage, and we pay what they provide or say the client has used for heat for that individual month.
Okay. All right. And is the total benefit different for everyone?
The total benefit is different for everyone. It's based on the annual gross income, so it's a tiered benefit.
I see. Okay.
So benefits right now are relatively low compared to last year.
Are they?
We do expect them to go up.
Okay.
But again, it's uncertain how much they will go up at this time, but we do expect them to go up.
Okay. All right. And again, the critical thing is there's no cost to apply.
Exactly.
There's no downside of reaching out to find out if you're qualified, right?
Right, that's correct. There's no downside to it. Always reach out, find out if you can apply. Household situations change constantly throughout the season, so if you don't qualify today, in a couple months you may qualify.
The income may change,
The
right?
income may change in the households,
Okay.
based on the household circumstances.
Yeah, or your employment situation as well. That could change your income
Exactly.
as well, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Anything else we should let folks know about? We hit all the high points.
We did hit all the high points, but I I can't say it enough. Please apply. Don't ever think that this program is for someone else, or you feel someone else is more in need than you are.
Yeah. Do you find that?
I do find
Really?
that. I do find that. And we have these programs. The program is in place for these instances where you might find yourself in a financial hardship.
Yes.
You might have done great last month, but this month you're struggling a little bit. So I do encourage folks to apply.
Okay. So again, the contact information we should give out is qcap.org is the main website, right?
Yes.
Quincy Community Action Programs. The Energy Assistance phone number, 617-657-5301.
That's correct, and that's our direct line to the Fuel Assistance Program.
So again, to apply online, it's www.toapply.org/QCAP. Then email as well, right?
Oh, email, yes, at fuelassistance@qcap.org.
Okay, very good. And no deadline, right, to apply. I mean, the program I know runs through April 30th, but you can apply anytime from now till then?
Yes, anytime between now and April 30th.
Okay, all right. Can they come into the office at QCAP in Quincy Center?
Yes, they can walk into our office, drop off documentation. We do have a drop-off box
Still? Okay.
located. We do, yes,
Yeah.
they can come right up to our 4th floor at 1509 Hancock Street. We have an elevator folks can take to the 4th floor.
Yep.
We do have a drop-off box where folks can put their documentation in there, or if they have some questions, they can meet with an individual based on time permitting.
Yes.
But they can absolutely drop off information or come into the office to get information about the program.
Okay, great.
But the fastest and the best way is that qcap.org or to apply at QCAP.
Okay. Thank you so much, Lauren.
Oh, you're welcome. It's been a pleasure. Thank you for having me.
It's our pleasure. We hope we've got some good information out for folks to utilize to qualify for this program. It's very essential.
Yes, it is.
Stay warm.
Thank you, you too.
And thanks for watching us here at AM Quincy. I'm Joe Catalano. See you next time.